Well, it's a beautiful morning. The lawn guys have been working pretty hard the last couple of weeks for a garden party that was to have been Wednesday, but hey, it rained on Wednesday. So we had a house party. But anyway, I thought I would take a little walk through the yard this morning since the sun looks so nice after a few cloudy days. I haven't been able to get out and move the flamingos around, but the lawn guys are having fun with that this year. Hello. This is for people who missed the garden party.
Oh, now that it's nice and sunny.
Yeah, it's a beautiful day. Hey, puppy dogs. The neighbors are out walking their dogs. This tree is pretty much the end of the property line, or the edge of that flower bed. It's the neighbor's house. See a couple of more gates like that, arches, whatever, as we walk around. This lower area of the front yard, we don't spend a lot of time down here, but it takes just as much maintenance as the rest of it. A little transition area between the different levels on the property. And let's work our way up the path. I'm not going to go through that gate because it's kind of hard to get open sometimes. We'll go around the other way and end up at that gate. The dianthus are blooming nicely. Brian sort of wants a whole border of the yard with dianthus. That's a fun little flower bed. It doesn't get a lot of sun, but we're slowly but surely putting some annuals in that will come back each time. Okay, this gate's pretty easy to get through. And every kid who grew up in the South knows that when you go through a gate, you close it behind yourself. Oh, come on, gate. Sorry. There we go. I know that was a crazy view for you while I was closing that. Let's go up to the deck before we go around to the rest of the yard. So that's a view of the side yard and the gazebo. I'm not sure if I opened the back door. Oh yeah, it's open, I see. I could go in that way if I wanted to. Okay, let's head back downstairs. My arm is getting tired holding this. Okay, back down the stairs. I'm going to try to hold with the other hand for a little bit, although I usually hold my cane in that hand. I often have lunch or afternoon snacks here in the gazebo. And there's the back of the house. Underneath the patio is all fenced, so we could let our dogs out there without worrying about them being eaten by bears or eagles. Looks like I left the back gate open earlier. Here we go down through another little archway. This path goes back to a couple of beds that we haven't done much with, and a little garden shed. This raspberry's growing back behind the fence. They were planted when our initial landscaping was done, and at this point they've grown all the way out into the green space there. All right, here we go back up the hill. I guess this is a lot more green and colorful than the last video I did, and for sure the last set of photos I did. Maybe I'll walk around again after the video and make photos. I'm going to close this gate while I'm here, but this is the dog run area in the downstairs patio. The back fence down there. We'll walk over to the former rose garden in a little bit. I pulled the shrubs that were here out a couple of years ago and planted these hostas. I'm really happy with how those are coming along. Added a couple more this year. My arm's getting tired again. I'm going to switch hands. So we've got some peonies going on this side. This area in the middle used to be sort of hardy Alaskan roses, but after 10 years, we've decided next year they're going to go and we'll put something else there. They've about bloomed out. That should be a whole sea of white and pink at this time, and it's just not happening. Well, you can't really see down that path, but that's the far corner of the backyard. These stones, the landscaper placed those one by one with his little bobcat machine. It was amazing seeing him do that years ago. The ferns have filled in just kind of all by themselves. Actually, to the point where I have to pull some of them out a good part of the time. Let me get back over here and kind of give you a better view. We've been trying to get this bed cleaned up and dressed up a little bit. It's looking good these days. Pull it back across the way we came. We're getting close to the end of our tour here since we went all the way down to the gate earlier. There's my little garden bench. It's nice to sit there and either look at the roses when there were roses and kind of think about things, or I most often sit and turn this way and look at my totem I brought back from Cambodia a few years ago. I like how they made this patio area like missing a few pieces and grass growing in between to look like it's been there for decades when it's only been there a few years, really. A few more houses in this section. And now we're approaching the gate that I stopped at before. The sun's in my face. Oh, here we go. Again, trying to get some more perennials that we won't have to worry about from year to year in this area. Just looking through the gate back up toward the front yard. And there you have it. I think I'll turn the camera off and take photos going back around the other way.